Delegates are welcome to enter the breakout room according to the order that has been read out before. See you later on the breakout room.
Recording in progress. Okay, welcome to Breakout Room 3 to all delegates and audiences in this room. Alright, and in this room, in our breakout room, there will be three teams that will present their subtopics for a maximum of 10 minutes for each team. But before that, let me introduce myself once again. I'm Ariel and I will lead the discussion session for breakout room number 3. Now I will introduce all the delegates who are participating in the discussion for breakout room number 3. The first delegate is from SMKN1 Bone team from Indonesia consisting of Afirah Dwi Rahmadani. Number 2, there is Parahyangan Catholic University team from Indonesia consisting of Catherine Esther Natalia and Shannon Malena Santoso. And for team number 3, there is a Thaksin University team from Thailand consisting of Warawat Prangjan and Siriwan Prasert. And I'm sorry if I spelled your name wrong. And now we will start by the presentation of each team. First, we will listen to the presentation of the first team to Afira from SMKN1 Bone team. To Afira, are you here yet? To Afira from SMKN1 Bone. All right, I think Afira is having some problems and uh, I don't know if she's here yet. Oh, she isn't here yet. So, okay, I'm so sorry. We will skip to the next thing. Okay, next. Now we'll listen to the presentation material from our second team from Universitas Katolik Parahyangan or Parahyangan Catholic University. To Catherine and Shannon from Parahyangan Catholic University, are you here yet?
Yes.
All right, Shannon, are you here?
Yes, we're here.
Okay, all right. It's very nice to meet you. And without further ado, to the Parahyangan Catholic University team, the time is yours. You may start presenting whenever you're ready.
Okay, thank you. Well, hello everyone. Let me introduce myself once again. I'm Shannon from Parhyan Catholic University, and I'm here with my partner Catherine, and we will presenting to you about the online shopping addiction. The presentation outline will be online shopping behavior, online shopping and hedonism, consumerism society, impact to the environment, and how to reduce online shopping habit. For the question number one, how is the online shopping behavior of the people in your respective country? Is it impulsive or just average? And why do you think so? And what do you think is the reasonable limit on shopping so that it wouldn't be called an addiction? The answer is impulsive. Even though it's true that Indonesia's e-commerce industry has faced tremendous growth in making it a strong force in the country economic recovery during the COVID-19 restriction, for instance, when we were still on the lockdown era, we have to commit it leads us to the dark side of this behavior. If we see this from the economic factors, the e-commerce industry serves as a beacon of hope for the nation's economy to return to its stability and flourish in the years to come. But it doesn't make sense that Indonesia's economy can grow that fast in only about 3 years and finally gain the status as a developed country. For the status, it is indeed the bright side. But how about the human behavior? One reason that this happened is because of the fact that Indonesia stands as the third country with the most internet users among the Asia Pacific region. Because of the lockdown, Indonesia faces a massive shift of consumer behavior towards online shopping channels, and it changed Indonesia's paradigm on online shopping. The summary of the definition of paradigm itself is basically the way people think affects the way people act. During lockdown, online shopping was the only way we could survive from boredom and starving. Online shopping helps us a lot by making everything easier for us. This is also aligned with human nature, which likes all things instantaneously. How now most of us use it as daily routine that change into a habit and cannot control ourselves during the checkouts. Even though we know we don't need it and it's only driven by our desires, we still spend our money on those useless things that we bought. And this could lead us to a fast fashion problem. And in our opinion, the reasonable limit on shopping so it wouldn't be called an addiction is when we can control ourselves against our own desire to buy what we want instead of what we need. And especially when it comes out into buying new clothes or unique and cute things, we have to think twice. Do we really gonna use it after all, or only for fame? Another useless collection that we don't need and just afraid that we will not gonna see the object again. Next thing to consider is not It's not going online shopping every day, nor checkouts every week.
Okay, so the next one is about online shopping is often associated with hedonism because online shopping can cause someone to be addicted to shopping and spend more money than usual. In our opinion, what are the factors that tend to cause people to be more hedonistic when online shopping? And so these are the factors. The first one is, of course, discount. Well, who doesn't love discounts, right? I'm pretty sure that maybe if we saw a product that is discount, maybe like, oh, I think I need this. I want to buy it. That's why discount one of the factors that counts hedonistic. And then time efficiency. Well, about time efficiency, using online shop, it is fairly time efficient and it's practical because we can use this online shop everywhere and anywhere we are. We don't need to go to the shop, but we can just stay in our bed and then scrolling on Shopee or Tokopedia or another e-commerce to shop from home. Limited and rarity. And the other factor is about feeling dissatisfaction and unimpressed because we feel that dissatisfaction and unimpressed, we feel like maybe I want another product that can impress me, that can satisfy me. That's why maybe we buy another product to satisfy ourselves. And the last one is about fear of missing out. This character triggers millennial and Gen Z to buy something impulsively. Well, Will Clean Case said that FOMO or fear of missing out followed up with compulsive buying behavior. And they usually use this to maintain their social connection. So when people buy impulsively and continuously, that they can be accepted by their environment, it can be said as one of the behavior that cause hedonism.
And for the next question, since the COVID-19 pandemic, people's online shopping habits have increased. In our own opinion, how does this affect society consumerism? In common use, consumerism refers to the tendency of people living in a capitalist economy to engage in a lifestyle of excessive materialism that revolves around reflexive, wasteful, and conspicuous overconsumption. Consumerism is the belief that personal well-being and happiness depends to a very large extent on the level of personal consumption, particularly on the purchase of material goods. The idea is not simply that well-being depends upon a standard of living above some threshold, but that at the center of happiness is consumption and material possessions. A consumerist society is one in which people devote a great deal of time, energy, resources, and thought to consuming. The general view of life in a consumerist society is consumption is good and more consumption is even better.
So, what's the impact of online shopping on the environment in your country? Well, our country is from Indonesia, so yes, these are the impact of online shopping. The first one is definitely fast fashion, especially during pandemic and post-pandemic. The behavior of buying clothes online increases up to 22%, and beauty stuff it's about 14%, and like electronics about 10%, and the other like food or accessories and anything else it's below 10%. So the buying behavior of online for buying clothes is the highest. So that's why, well, usually I'm pretty sure all of us often buy clothes from online shop, right? Because yes, it's cheaper. It's um, has a lot of variation, and once again, it's easier to buy it online. So, and maybe usually we like, oh, I saw this clothes. It's really cute and it's trendy. It's viral, and you want to buy it. So that's why the impact of online shopping to the environment of our country is fast fashion. And the second one is about the increasing in gas emission due to the excessive packaging like boxes, paper, paperboard, and etc. It's real. The seller really use it very much. And do you know that one sheet of A4 paper produces around 4.3 grams of methane? So if you use around, let's say, 1,000 sheets of paper every day for packaging, it means you produce 4.3 tons of methane gas, and that's a really huge amount of gas. Well, this increasing gas emission brought us to the global warming and other negative impacts to our environment. And the last one is the increasing in plastic waste. This is also due to the excessive packaging. I'm sure all of us that ever did online shopping, right? They use like 4 until 5 layers of bubble wrap inside the box, and then they use the box for the outside packaging, and maybe they add more bubble wrap or plastic or transparent tape to protect the box. So, well, in my opinion, that kind of packaging is not really necessary. So, um, maybe we can reduce it. Well, if we reduce that plastic use, of course, it will bring positive impact to our environment.
And for the fifth question, as students, what can we do to reduce the consumptive behavior of online shopping addiction? Well, because it's an addiction, we need to change it into another activity or hobby. We can change it into well, maybe take some rest, cook, read books, work out, go to new places that you've never been before, and etc. And not to mention, we need to reduce our screen time. Feeling connections with other can help ward of symptoms of stress, depression, anxiety, and even addiction. And the next point is have conscious shopping. What is conscious shopping exactly? Shopping in ways you believe makes a positive social, environment, or economic impact. Conscious shopping is often called green consumerism. We can really differentiate which are our needs and wants rather than impulse buying. We must think this question like, do I really need it? If it's at full price, would I still buy it? Is the quality worth the price? Will I use if many times just once and etc. And avoid excessive packaging. You can give note to your seller to reduce the amount of bubble wrap to wrap your product, like my friend said. Or you can just shop on sustainable seller or merchant who already changed their bubble wrap with paper wrap. Last but not least, choose and buy products in multi brand sellers or merchants. You can do one stop shopping to reduce over packaging. Who do you think is more responsible for people's excessive consumption? Companies that create products or consumer who continue to create demand? Well, from Indonesia perspective, it is the consumer. Why? Because customer who creates the demand and products following their demands, but in the end, both parties have their own responsibilities. Well, that's all from us. Thank you for your attention and thank you for listening to our presentation and have a great day.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm sorry. Okay, thank you to our team from Parahyang Catholic University, Catherine and Shannon. Honestly, that was really insightful. You talk about the online shopping culture in Indonesia, and because I also came from Indonesia, so I think I can relate a lot to your opinions. And I myself also felt that since the COVID-19 pandemic, there are more people buying things online and also much more people opening online shops and online businesses. And even personally, I also had more urge to buy cute or pretty things in online shops since the COVID-19 pandemic happened, the same as Shannon maybe. And I do that even though I know I don't really need it, but I felt like I have the urge to actually buy it. And yeah, well, online shops are actually something that helps the national economics, especially in Indonesia. But on the other hand, of course, as you said, it has several impacts, and most of them are bad impacts, such as the fast fashion phenomena, the increases in gas emissions and plastic waste, as you said before. And I think your presentation really sums up a lot of things regarding the online shopping situation in Indonesia. And you did a really good presentation, and I'm sure all the audiences and me myself, we have gained a lot of insights from you today. Thank you very much. And next, we'll listen to the presentation of material from our third team. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Oh, there has been a change from the committees. So after this, we will all move to the breakout room number 2. Thank you once again to Shannon and Catherine. We will join together with the second breakout room, and we will continue the discussion session in breakout room number 2. All right. Thank you, everyone. You may leave this breakout room and move to breakout room number 2. Thank you very much.
Recording stopped.
again and again.
Recording in
It
progress.
use the corner of the box being flexible. They can be collapsed then when it's not used. But what is the disadvantage of it? The first of all, cardboard is easy to get through. Like when